Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 4 of Body Shot with the MMA Brotherz. We are your hosts. I'm Zay.
And it's your boy Bones. What's up?
What's going on? Welcome to another beautiful Saturday morning in sunny South Florida.
You already know. You ready, bro?
Let's do it.
All right, starting off. What's next for former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya? He's lost 2 straight. Sean Strickland, and then he came back. He took some time off and came back and lost to DDP. And he actually tapped, which was his second time finishing the octagon prior to full time finishing him. So where do you think he goes from here, bro? How far do you think he should drop down? I'm gonna pull up the rankings right now. He is currently ranked number 2.
I'm fine with him staying there. Maybe going. Who's 3? Bobby Knuckles.
You already know.
And who's 4? Hamzat.
Nasruddin Imavov.
There you go, right there. Imavov called him out. They should make it happen. I feel like really whatever he want to do is next. I mean, he's been to the mountaintop twice. He's already a legend. He has nothing to prove. He could retire if he wanted to. I actually just saw an episode of Joe Rogan last night with him on there, and he was saying how he said he'll be back soon, but he said he don't know how many more he got in him, probably 3 more years, but he's just looking for something to do. And I feel like Imavov called him out. He acknowledged it, so I'm pretty sure Imavov would take that fight, because if he beat Izzy, then you can't deny him a title shot. But at the same time, I don't see him beating Adesanya. I think he's still that dude. I think what we learned from that fight is not that Izzy don't have it no more. What we learned from that fight is that DDP is for real.
Yeah,
and I still feel like Izzy could beat him.
You still feel like what?
Izzy could beat DDP.
What surprised me about that fight is he actually hit him a lot. He just didn't put him down.
Yeah, he got strong will.
All right, so check this out. Obviously, next is DDP versus Strickland, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the winner of that is going to fight the winner of Bobby Knuckles and Chimaev.
Yep, another one of those low-key undercover tournaments the UFC got going on.
All right, so I mean, I guess Nasruddin Imavov, I would maybe have him fight the loser of Strickland and DDP, and then maybe have Izzy fight somebody like Brendan Allen or Roman Dolidze.
I feel like Izzy could get in wherever he fit in, like what. And this is the reason why they do these little low-key tournaments, and they don't call it a tournament and put it in the bracket. Because if they did that, then they would be forced to stick to that plan. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. I feel like Adesanya can just sit back and call his shot, and whatever shot he called, I feel like he was one of the most active champions. So I mean, the UFC he was pretty much doing what Poatan was doing before Poatan did it, and so I feel like.
Let me ask you a question, though, bro.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. You say he should call his shot. What if he wants another title shot?
I don't think he do. He said he's not chasing the belt. Been there, done that. He don't seem to be one of the guys that hangs on to his losses. But if he does, then I feel like they would probably push back. They would probably give it to Bobby and the winner of Bobby versus After they sort that out, I feel like he could definitely slide in. Because you see, they don't have anything planned beyond that. Or if somebody get an injury, he down for the short notice thing. So I feel like he can step in wherever he wants to.
He could do whatever he wants. He just can't get a title shot coming back.
I feel like he could.
I want like that, bro. Because he lost 2 straight fights.
You wouldn't like it, but that don't mean he can't do it.
No, he can't do that.
They would give him the Frankie Edgar treatment. They would give him the who else was always getting title shots? Frankie Edgar, the only one that come to mind right now.
But it's different because this division isn't stagnant and need like new blood. You feel me? You already got a lot of people lined up, so it's different. If a division was stagnant, didn't have much people in there, then I would understand. But
that's the thing. You don't have a lot of people lined up. You got the title fight, so you take them out of the equation, right? Other than that, you got 3 people. Hamzat and Bobby Knuckles, they're gonna sort that out. And then you got Imavov, who's arguably deserving of a title. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like he could throw a monkey wrench in all of that if he calls somebody out, most likely they're gonna want to take that fight because everybody knows he might not have the belt, but he has the next best thing, which is he has the star power and he has. Well, I guess what you would say is if you beat me, you're undeniable for a title. You get what I'm saying? For a title fight.
What about versus Caballo?
You break it up. Say it again.
I said, what about him versus Caballo?
I mean, yeah, I think he'll do him in, but yeah, they can do that too. And if Kyle Bahio beat him, then he definitely jumps Imavov. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think what would make more sense from the UFC's point of view is to make Imavov versus Bahalio. But I mean, like I say, Izzy holds the golden ticket right now. He can't get a title shot right now, but if DDP lose that belt, then you don't think that he could jump in front of Robert Whittaker and so they could do him versus Strickland too?
No.
You don't think he can, or you don't want it to happen?
I don't want it to happen. I mean, if he do it, that would be.
But he can't do that though, right?
No, I don't think the UFC would allow that, bro. That would be so injustice. You can't do that.
You don't want them to allow it, but you see it. You see it. That's why you're smiling. You see it.
No, because look, they want Khamzat to have that belt. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they want that because where it is, he got visa issues right now. So I don't think they want a champion that can only fight overseas.
And he's unreliable too.
Yeah.
All right.
So even more so, you could probably see my point.
All right. So up next.
Right?
Nope. What next? Champ. We got all these fighters, when they get a belt, they may defend it once, or sometimes they may not defend it. But they always calling to move up or move down so they can get that double C on their crown. How do you feel about that, bro? Are you in support of these champions defending their belt? And before they can even leave the octagon, we talking about them moving up or moving down instead of standing in their division, holding down the fort, defending their title. Paul time, as soon as he knocked out Khalil Rountree, Joe Rogan even asked him, about moving up to heavyweight. You know what I mean? And it's like he literally just knocked somebody out in his division and defended his crown a couple of seconds ago. You already asked him about moving up to the heavyweight division. So, what are your thoughts about the champ thing going on in the UFC?
My thoughts about the champ thing is you could have used any picture. Amanda Nunes was champ. DC was champ. You could have used any picture, but you had to use this one, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got to find some kind of way to squeeze McGregor in any way possible. Hey, McGregor, you got somebody that's trying to keep you relevant. You feel me? You should shoot this man a check.
I'll take it.
I feel like it's only acceptable in certain cases, in my opinion, because I feel like a lot of like Volk, he earned that. You get what I'm saying? He earned that. He earned that. He cleaned out his division, started lapping it. Kamaru Usman, he cleaned out his division. If he wouldn't have lost his belt to Leon, I would have I could have understood him going up to light heavyweight. Adesanya, he earned that because he was starting to have rematches and. Well, he had rematches and cleaned the division out twice. So, I mean, in those situations, yeah, I could understand it. But some people, like Sean O'Malley, like he had one title defense and he was already talking about moving up to fight Ilya. Taporia, he had one title defense. He didn't even have a title defense. He was talking about moving up or down. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of times it just hold up a division. Amanda Nunes' case, that was awesome for the simple fact that it was nothing going on at 45 anyway, and she had already cleaned out 35, and she was defending both. Only person to do that, by the way. So shout out to her. But yeah, for the most part, I don't like it. Yeah, I feel like you gotta have defended your belt at least 4 or 5 times and cleaned out your division where there's no obvious next title contender. And if the person in the weight class above you has done the same, then I feel like, yes, you should be able to do it. But I don't like the fact that it holds up divisions and it takes opportunities away from other people that's already in the division.
All right, I basically agree with you. So it ain't much I can go about. So I'm just ask you a question.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, I do hate when that happens. I'm gonna ask you certain fighters, and you tell me if you're okay with them moving up or down. All right.
All
right. Forward time moving up or down to middleweight.
No, I want him to stay where he at, but I only see 2 people in that weight class that are obvious contenders for him. But things may change by the time we fight those people. So as of right now, I don't want it. Only reason why I would want it is just because I want to see him be the first person to be the triple champ.
Now, see, I think that shouldn't be allowed because if you give him triple champ, it's gonna set a bad precedent. What?
Let me rephrase that. The first person to hold a belt in 3 different weight classes, because he's not the middleweight champ now. So
right.
He won't be champ.
Right. But he'll call himself champ, just like Henry Cejudo will do.
You know what I mean? They'll call him champ, because that's marketable.
Yeah, but just like Triple C, there isn't a there calling him that. That's what he called himself. You know what I mean?
But you know why, right? He counting his gold medals. Once you're a gold medalist, you're never not a gold medalist.
I know. And that's why I say Triple C.
Then he had, so technically he was, because he was the, I mean, you get what I'm saying? So he held 2 belts at the same time while being the Olympic gold medalist.
I got you. But all right, so what about DDP moving up?
Nope.
All right. That's pretty much about it. Oh, you said Zhang Wei Li?
Yeah, she could move up after she fight Suarez.
You don't think there's more women?
I feel like, see, in a fight like that, it's like Valentina. I feel like that division is closing the gap on her. You got a lot of new blood in that division. But that would be like a super fight. It don't even got to be for a belt. They could just make that fight. You get what I'm saying? Because that's a fight that everybody wants. The 2 most elite females in MMA at the current moment in this organization, trying to see. That's just like a fight everybody would want to see.
I won't be too crazy about seeing it.
Why?
Because
you're scared of how it might turn out, or you just don't think it'll be a good fight, or?
No, I feel like there's more people in her division that she can clean out. We got Tatiana Suarez. You got Verna Gingeroba, as much as I hate to admit it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I got to give her props. And Jasmine Luciano, I feel like she's an up and comer. and I feel like she can do some things. So, and you even said too, Jillian Robinson. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like the way MMA is, it's always evolving. So you can't always use the argument that there are contenders now, because maybe a year from now a person has 2 more fights and they can evolve themselves and put themselves in a position to get that title shot.
Good
For the
point.
most
Good point.
yeah. So for the most part, I am against the champ thing. I feel like people do it more for glory and money. You know what I'm saying, as opposed to trying to stay in their division and clean it out. And also, I want to end on this note. I respect Poetan because when they asked him about moving up or moving down, he said he wanted to stay where he at and defend the crown. So I respect that.
Hey, so how you feel about Islam doing it? Even though you don't like Islam, like, you think he cleaned out his division enough?
No, I don't think he should do it. He would be moving up to welterweight, obviously, right?
Yeah.
The lightweight rankings. You got Arman Sarukian. You got Dan Hooker. He looking good. He's gonna fight Chandler.
You know the main reason why I would say no for him? Not
Why?
just because of the names you called out, but if you look at welterweight, that champion hasn't been long sitting. So it's like you're holding up that division even if you're not worried about your own. So
Yeah. And another topic for another day is Bilal calling out Usman. That's what he want to fight. And I feel
yeah,
like
and by the way too, that'll never happen anyway. Bilal versus Islam will never happen.
oh, okay. Oh yeah, because they're friends.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else you got on this one, bro?
No, that's pretty much it. Except for the fact that I like how you didn't mention heavyweight because that division is in shambles.
Correct. It is. Yeah, it is. Which is a point why Alex Pereira should move up.
Yeah. It's just gonna screw it up even more.
All right, your boy. He fought at his favorite. Uncle Dana wasn't too pleased with his performance. I wasn't. I didn't have no issues with it. I expected it. I feel like that was a lot. That was an easy money fight for me, even though I couldn't make too much off of it. But what do you think is next for Marab and his situation where he's saying that Davis and Figueiredo, that's what he would rather fight, but most people is calling out for him to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. So first, what are your thoughts on his performance and Dana kind of, not respecting it, I feel like, as much as he should have? And your thoughts on him wanting to fight Figueiredo and Umar Nurmagomedov, so he get the title shot and everything about that?
Well, I didn't see Dana throw no shade his way. I did hear him harp on O'Malley not looking himself. I feel like if Dana was upset, it wasn't about the performance. I feel like it was more about the result. Because I feel like they think O'Malley is the bigger star. So they probably wanted the belt to stay on him. But on a side note, one thing that I love more about MMA than boxing, because in boxing, if they want this person to keep the belt, then there are ways to make sure this person keeps the belt. You get what I'm saying? I was impressed with his performance. Came out later that O'Malley had a torn labrum in his hip, but whatever. I feel like Merab would have won that anyway, and what's next for him is definitely going to be Usman Nurmagomedov, whether anybody agrees with it or not. I said Usman, I meant Umar. Whether anybody agrees with it or not, he's undefeated, like 16 or 18-0. He's not a Shavkat 18-0, but he's 18-0 nevertheless. And they're definitely going to make Merab fight him. Merab will beat him, and then Merab will beat Figueiredo. And then it won't matter anyway. I think we have our first long-standing champion in bantamweight division in a long time.
You think so?
I think so.
Umar Nurmagomedov. So you think he deserves a title shot over Davidson Figueiredo?
I mean, he put in more work in that division, definitely. Davidson Figueiredo is a former champion, lighter division. His power carried over. I would love to see either fight, but I mean, it is what it is. I feel like it don't really matter what order they put him in because no matter how you line him up, Marab won't knock him down. Stylistically, I feel like that's a better matchup.
Okay, let me ask you, I'm just looking at Umar's record right here in his fight history. Who is he beating besides Corey Sandhagen?
But you know why?
Why?
Because people don't want to fight him. It's hard for this guy to get fights. So if I'm ranked above you and I refuse to fight you, then by Nate Diaz rules, you beat me already. You feel me? Sandhagen was the only one willing to step in that fire, and he lost. So it's like he couldn't. It's hard to kind of work your way up the rankings when number 11 through 5 or 4 or 3 don't want to fight you.
All right, but bro, I'm just Davidson Figueiredo, Rob Font, Cody Garbrandt, and Marlon Vera. You don't think that's more impressive than one Corey Sandhagen?
I mean, Corey Sandhagen destroyed Vera. Corey Sandhagen. Rob Font. Did they fight? Did they fight?
Yeah, he beat Rob Font. Shout out to
okay. The only person he didn't fight was Cody Garbrandt. So everybody that Figueiredo beat, for the most part, Sandhagen beat.
Yeah, all right. I just think that Figueiredo deserves.
I feel you, bro. I feel you 100%.
He got more accolades because he's a former champ, so I feel like that should be recognized. And plus, he got 3 wins in that division over ranked contenders versus Umar is 1 win. You know.
And for me, what was more impressive about I'm more impressed with Figueiredo. The reason being is he moved up a weight class. I feel like he's getting older, especially for a guy in the lighter weight classes, and the fact that in those 3 victories he showed a complete arsenal of skills. You get what I'm saying? The power was still there. He had some knockouts. He went to the grappling. I mean, so he's very well rounded, and he displayed different methods of victory in each one of those fights. So I'm more impressed with Figueiredo. If you ask me who deserves it more, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, but I know the UFC is going to give it to Umar, and I feel like if they do that, then that's going to put Figueiredo in a fight with somebody else in between time, and I don't think he'll lose that fight. I think it's still going to play out the way it's supposed to. But the more I think you're convincing me, the more we talk about it, I would rather see Figueiredo.
All right, I respect that. And I'm not against Umar Nurmagomedov getting a title shot later, but I feel like Figueiredo deserves it more. And that's all I'm saying.
That's understandable.
All right, bro. Let's talk about this. I try not to mention this on the MMA shows we be doing because they're strictly about specific fights. But this is the time, this is the place, this is the opportunity for us to talk about this. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. What you got, bro? Talk to me.
I don't want it to happen. I'm dreading this fight. I'm not excited about it at all. Mike Tyson is pushing 60, 58 years old. I was upset when they made the fight. Before they made the fight, Tyson was literally walking around with a walker. He was in a wheelchair. Got real bad back problems. Then they make the fight, and then they have to postpone it due to a medical emergency for Mike Tyson. Everybody's saying Mike Tyson gonna knock him out, and yes, that's possible. I'm pretty sure he still got the punching power, but just because Jake Paul was a YouTuber does not mean that he can't box. I think it's time for people to start taking him more serious than they do. He definitely has power. He's knocked people out most of his fights. People look at Mike Tyson like he's still in his prime because they remember Mike Tyson from the 80s. They remember Mike Tyson from the 90s. But this ain't the Mike Tyson we grew up watching. And my biggest concern for this fight is that Jake Paul knocks out a 60-year-old man. And anywhere else that would be elderly abuse. And I'm just worried for Mike Tyson's health. Genuinely. You get what I'm saying? That being said, damn right I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. But I just don't want nothing bad to happen to Mike. You feel me? Oh, man, I don't want nothing bad to happen to Mike. I feel like Jake Paul is in this position, too, where he don't really got nothing to gain from this fight. Because if you lose, everybody going to be, I told you so, ha-ha, and everybody going to enjoy that, including myself. But, except for the I told you so part. But if he wins, it's like everybody going to hate you more because you knocked out Mike Tyson, who everybody loves. So, I mean, I just think this is a bad idea. And I hope he don't look like how Evander Holyfield looked when he fought Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you right here. I don't want to see this fight happen. I feel like it's more likely that Jake Paul knock him out than Tyson knock him out. Tyson do got the power, but he ain't got the cardio, and he's old, bro. Like, this fight shouldn't be happening. It's just a payday. And I want people to understand this. Jake Paul has only fought one boxer, and he lost that fight.
He fought two.
Who was the other boxer that he fought?
Can't name him because he was not very popular. Just put it that way.
But when he fought Tommy Fury,
he was a boxer as if like one of those guys that's on Tommy Fury record.
Yeah. So
But with that being said, he's only fought one boxer, and I feel like that's how they sell this fight. He's only fought one boxer. He lost that fight. That boxer was his age. That boxer was his size. That boxer comes from a boxing family. It was Tommy Fury. But the MMA guys he's knocked out, you have to respect the fact that he knocked them out. Tyron Woodley, have you ever seen him knocked out before other than Nate Marquardt?
Nope.
Except for Jake Paul. You get what I'm saying? He dropped Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, we've seen him knocked out before, but I mean, like, it's not like he fighting people who can't take a punch. You get what I'm saying? I feel like everybody see the Nate Robinson thing and they think all those wins are equal to that. I wouldn't say that. Jake Paul also looks better every time he fights. He dropped Nate Diaz. He almost knocked out Nate Diaz, and you never see that happen either. You get what I'm saying? He's way bigger than Nate Diaz. I just feel like he definitely got power. He definitely got real boxers behind him, and he's taking it serious. He trained with Zab Judah. Zab Judah been kind of like helped mold him for a while, for years now. He was training with Zab for years before he fought Nate Robinson.
Shout out to Zab Judah, one of my favorite boxers of all time. The fight will get him and Mayweather. Oh man, I really was behind him in that fight. But yeah, I was gonna say he also fought Mike Perry and destroyed him too, even though
Mike Perry is a bare knuckle guy.
Yeah. But yeah, we pretty much got the same sentiments on this one, and we agree. Anything more you got on this one, bro?
November 15th. If you want to see this fight, tune in. Other than that, we will catch y'all on the flip side. Probably got one more week in between this show and UFC 308, 307, 308. One of those.
Topuria versus Holloway.
Yes, sir. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See y'all soon. Peace.
Later.